Ain't no sunshine when she's gone.
Okay, when one ball is raised, as such, it gains potential energy. The higher it's raised, the more potential energy it gets. When the ball is released, as such, the potential energy is transformed into kinetic energy. When the ball that was raised strikes another ball, the kinetic energy is transferred from the first ball to the second. The second ball then transfers the energy from itself to the next ball, ball number 3. Ball number 3 is then forced upwards from its original starting point. Ball number 3 loses some of the kinetic energy that was transferred into it from friction that occurred during the process when ball 1 transferred the energy to ball 3. And ball 3 further loses energy as their air friction releases even more energy. The act proceeds until enough energy is lost that the process stops. The collisions are inelastic because not all energy is transferred. Now that we've explained how the technical procedure works, we're going to explain how the mathematical aspect of this experiment works. So we're trying to find the potential energy. The formula for potential energy is height times mass times gravity. Now, we had to calculate the mass of one of our ping pong balls, and by doing that, we used a scale. What we gathered was that our ball weighs 31.6 grams, but to complete this equation we had to convert it into kilograms, which ended up resulting in 0.0316 kilograms. So that gives us our mass. Then we had to multiply it times height. We measured 3.6 centimeters from the ground to the top of the ball, at a resting position. When we raised it up, we saw that it had grown 2.6 centimeters. Now we had to convert that into meters, 2.6 into meters, and we got 0.026. So now we had 0.0316 times 0.026 times gravity, and Earth's potential energy is 9.8 meters per second squared. So we did 0.0316 times 0.026 times 9.8 meters per second squared. And now with potential energy, the final measurement you get is in joules. So after doing our calculation, we got 0.0080568, or what we're calling 0.0081 joules.
I know. Hey, I ought to leave the young thing alone, but ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Ain't no sunshine.
Now, after we got our potential energy, we calculated our kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is half the mass times velocity squared. Now, we already have our mass, so half 0.0316 times, and we had to calculate our velocity. So we calculate our velocity we did half times 0.0316 v squared times velocity squared. And to calculate velocity, we did the square root of 2 times 0.0081 divided by 0.0316. And that gave us our velocity, and our velocity equals 0.738.